we have the screen here on the dash. I'll call this the in-dash screen. And it is controlled by the right-hand side of the steering wheel controls. So on here, I have a little touch screen, almost like a mouse, but allows me to scroll through the menus. I don't know if you can see that changing. And it allows me to select things. Now the same thing is going on the left side, but it's controlling the screen right here by the speedometer. And it has a home button, and it allows me to then go back and control, or really to navigate through any of these features, including navigation, radio, media. That's like music and media, things that might be on my phone or digital device. I can also scroll over here to the phone settings. I can do system settings. You can do trip settings. It gives you all the information about where you've been, what you're doing. It's got all the drive assist, which are settings that you can set about the van itself and how it operates. And then you have your service. So that'll tell you oil levels, it'll tell you DEF levels. It'll give you a lot of information about upcoming service or service things that you need to be aware of with your van. On this side, I can also touch and scroll through all these. So I don't have to use the control on the steering wheel, but as the driver, that is really handy. So let's say, just thinking of the simple things, let's go over here. We can sync our phones to this, where we have a great speakerphone interface. To go through and connect a phone, you're gonna want to create a profile, and it's gonna then know that with your profile, it's gonna connect to your phone, and it's gonna memorize things about like places you wanna go, settings you want on your phone, music you might wanna play. It really lets you tailor this to an individual person. But you would do all this right up here through the profile settings. But then once you set that up, it should automatically connect to your telephone if you have your Bluetooth turned on. Now let's say I want to navigate somewhere. I'm going to hit the red navigation arrow, which is one of the menu items. It brings up a map. It shows me my exact location of where I currently am. Then I'm going to click the Where To search field. And I can type in the name of the place I want to go to here. If it's a place that we've been to before, it's going to remember that. And I can just go over here and click the town that I want to go to. Now this could be an exact address. It could be a place. It's very smart. So you can search for it in a lot of different ways. But I'm just going to go to the center of this city. Now it brings up a preview on the map and shows me the city. That's exactly it. I always like to confirm that. It tells me over here destination details, tells me where I'm going, the time that I'm going to arrive there, and how far it is from right now, how in distance, how far it is. And then to activate this and to take me there, I'm going to hit this blue rectangle that has a white arrow in it. I tap that, and it is going to calculate a route. It is going to then show me an overview on the map of where I'm going to go. And then as I start driving, it's going to give me turn-by-turn directions taking to my destination. If I change my mind and where I want to go, I can tap the screen anywhere, and I'm going to get a little checkered flag with a plus symbol and a dot on it. If I click that, it cancels as my navigation and will let me to just see exactly where I am at the moment, and possibly I can click the Where To button if I want to go to a new place. This is all very smart. It does so much. Once again, I would highly recommend you guys spend some time with the manual and just play with this somewhere. You know, it's good to park somewhere and just go through all these menu items and familiarize yourself with this. But this is a very sophisticated system, and it does a lot of really great things. We want to put our Revel van into four-wheel drive mode. It's very simple to do. The first thing we want to do is put our foot on the brake and put it in either park or neutral. Then once we've done that, on the side of the steering column, the right side down here where I'm pointing, you're going to see a series of buttons. The one on the very far left side is our 4x4 switch. I push that button once, and now I get a red indicator light down here that means that we're in 4x4 and we're ready to go. At that point, I would then put it into drive and commence driving. If I want to take it a step further, if I have maybe mud, sand, or an obstacle that I really want to make sure that I have the most torque to get over, I'm going to put it in 4x4 low. 4x4 low is 2 buttons over from this, and it looks like a little incline with a van going up it. I'm going to push that. Now I hit it and I get low range on. Now that low range is on, I have more torque. It's helpful for going down steep inclines or going up steep inclines, but it really gives you a lot more torque. Okay, I've gone through whatever my obstacle was that I needed my low range 4x4 and I want to get out of it. I'm going to then put my vehicle back into neutral or park. I'm going to reach down and on the 4x4 low button, I'm going to push it once, and now I get an indicator message on the bottom of the screen that says low range off. So I'm out of low range, but my 4x4 light is still illuminated down here. I'm now going to go completely out of 4x4 mode and back into 2-wheel drive mode. I'm still in neutral at this point. You could be in park as well. And I'm going to push the button once. It's going to blink at me a few times, and that means that it is making the switch from 4x4 to 2-wheel drive. Now occasionally what we're going to see is it's going to go back into solid mode. This happens, I don't know percentage wise, but it happens every now and then, and this is an easy thing to overcome. But I'm going to push the button again, and as it's switching, I'm going to go into drive, and then I'm going to go into neutral, and then into reverse. In the process of the transfer of the transmission changing directions, it unbinds the transfer case and the linkage that allows it to go into 4x4, and it allows it to switch smoothly. Sometimes in a 4x4 system, if it's got weight on that system, it doesn't want to change. So by you going in and out of gears each way, it allows it to unbind itself and to smoothly switch. Now I'm back into 2-wheel drive and I'm ready to drive as normal.
On the park brake, it's important to note that right now it is set. So you can see on the dash here that it shows the park brake is engaged. If I push the pedal down without lifting up, just go straight down, it stays engaged, but it gets out of the way so I can swivel my seats around. To disengage it, I got to go up and then back down. Again, you're going to lift up, push the button, and go down.